Hi.
Hi, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and for your time today.
I'm so lucky and excited to be here.
That's really kind. So let's talk about CocoBaba because Coco Eco loves CocoBaba. Can you share with us a little bit about your amazing skincare line?
Sure. So this is a brand that I created with moms in mind. It's consciously formulated. We're cruelty-free, vegan, and our main ingredient is coconut oil, which is just one of my all-time favorite, beauty ingredients. And it's a simple body care line that is effective and just besides that, it really just, I feel, helps moms just to take a little bit of time out to just nurture themselves and look after themselves. So they're beautiful products, but there's also a message in there that we should all just take a little extra time to just nourish ourselves and, take time for ourselves. And that is completely and totally allowed, guilt-free.
Yeah, it's so important. I think post-pandemic, we've all learned that self-care it's an essential daily component of our lives now.
Yes.
So I love that you've created this brilliant skincare line. And by the way, can I just say, it's for non-mamas too.
Yeah, it is. It's for, listen, it's for any woman, any person that wants just a beautiful body care line. It's funny, when I was in my 20s and I was modeling, I was looking for, like anti-stretch creams and all these kind of things. And I remember coming across just this, this body care line for pregnant women, and, with the main concern being stretch marks. And I was like, well, if they're using it, like, why can't I use it? So I started using, products that were like specifically designed for pregnant women in my 20s. So it's really honestly for anyone that just wants a beautiful body care line.
Yeah, I actually really, one of the things when I was putting together your questions was, how did you discover coconut oil? Because you are massively ahead of your time.
You know what? I am always shocked when people say that because, I grew up with coconut oil. I never really knew that it, was like this sort of indie ingredient. My mom's family, they're Indian, and, they use it in their cooking, and, we used it in our hair and on our skin. And, I swear I saw my grandmother wax her table with it. If there was a squeaky door, it was like coconut oil is like literally the all-round ingredient. And it's just like a part of me. And I've been using it for so long that when this idea for this body care line sort of came to me, I was like, it has to be coconut oil. It's just the only ingredient that I would want to use.
That's amazing. So what was the genesis for you starting this line? What was your initial inspiration?
I was pregnant with my first daughter, and, at the time there wasn't really a lot of those, natural products. Yes, green, it was just kind of scratching the surface. So I really was just looking for a body care line to sort of nurture my skin as I, started expanding. And I was worried about stretch marks because I'm genetically prone to them. And I was looking at products on the market, and I just wasn't 100% sure about the ingredients in them, and just unsure. And I literally just went back to the old family favorite, coconut oil, and just used that throughout my whole pregnancy, and came out stretch mark free. And I was kind of like this aha moment, and just designed a whole body care line around it.
That's incredible. You're also a complete boss babe with the DIY beauty products, again, all around coconut oil. How much of that influenced the development of CocoBaba?
I think a lot, except I needed to get a little bit more sophisticated than like, the 2-3 ingredient hack to sort of make a DIY sort of beauty cream or scrub or whatnot. So, I think I've been so lucky being in the industry that I've been in. I've got to use some of the best products around. I've seen so many different beauty products, and I've really kind of been able to sort of single out what I like and what I don't like. And I think just being able to, I don't know, I think that just sort of helped me craft this idea of like what this body line should be, what it should feel like, having it be a 3-step system. There was so much that I have sort of learned just from, being a model and being in the industry, and then, doing these DIY hacks I absolutely love, that it all kind of like fused together. And I'm just really happy with how they came out.
That's amazing. Now, CocoBaba's foundation is pure, organic, certified coconut oil. Can you share with us a little bit about the healing benefits of coconut oil? I mean, beyond the squeaky doorknobs.
Yeah. We can leave that out if you want, but yes.
No, it's awesome. It's great. Who needs WD-40, really?
Absolutely. Coconut oil, there's so many things that it does. So it hydrates your skin, it protects your skin, it minimizes fine lines and wrinkles, it has antioxidants in it, also vitamin E. It's also an antibacterial, antimicrobial. It's like it's just such a powerful, powerful ingredient. And we don't only just have coconut oil in our formula. So we have, like jojoba oil, and all of those are organic as well. So sunflower seeds, sacha inchi, it's just really loaded. So not only are you getting all the benefits of coconut oil, we have a whole formula with other beautiful organics in there that just really elevate our formula. I mean, you could literally just go and buy, a big old vat of coconut oil, but we've done so much more to it just to sort of, just bring it into a space that just feels really, really all around nourishing and effective.
Yeah, it's very luxurious, but it's at an affordable price point, which is amazing. And
yeah, that was something really important for me, was that, I'm kind of sick of buying really expensive products. I want to be able to sort of, I just feel like, why can't we have natural products that everyone can have? I think there is such a big price tag on organics and naturals, and I understand all of that, but we really were able to sort of dial that all in so I could hit a good price point that I felt comfortable with. I want everyone to be able to get their hands on something that's natural and organic.
yeah, definitely. There's a big thing about making these products accessible for all.
That's right.
Because organic and well-being and self-care shouldn't be exclusive for those who can afford it. It should be for everyone, right? So, and now talking again about CocoBaba, so it's cruelty-free and it's organic. Why was it so important for you personally to bring product to market that was clean?
Listen, I think we're in 2021. I think for me to be able to do a product that's cruelty-free, that's vegan, is completely necessary. And I feel like if you're going to design something from the floor up, you have to sort of hit those benchmarks. So, I'm really happy about that. And I hope that other brands, I feel like now with brands, as they're sort of, new brands that are coming, I think they're all trying to hit that. And that's really exciting because, I'm very conscious about how I live my life. And, even when it comes to, recycling and just being as sustainable as I can, that the brand that I'm bringing to market has to have that stamp on it as well.
I love that. That's awesome to hear. Absolutely awesome. Now, your mother raised you. She was a single mum. How much has your mum influenced your role in CocoBaba, becoming an entrepreneur, and also your support of other women?
Gosh, I've just always sort of had this powerful woman sort of behind me, and just seeing what she could do as a single mom is when you don't really notice it until you're sort of outside of that. And now that I have kids of my own, I look at my mom and think, my God, like, how did she do all of that? How did she manage the 3 jobs and juggling? And, how did she do it? And she did it. So I've just always sort of have taken that and been able to sort of parlay it into this business, and hopefully being able to sort of give back to other women. We have this program now that we've put on. It's an affiliate program. And why that was important to me is that, so you can earn like, if you love the products and you fall in love with the products, you're able to sell the products to other people that you think that might like it. They'll buy it. They'll be able, the woman that's selling the product will be able to take 20% off the sale of their product. And why I thought that was important, and as cheesy as that sounds, my mother, back in the 80s did something similar where it was kind of like an Avon. It was this other company, and that she would be able to sell products and then earn a percentage. And, it wasn't that she was like this top seller, but I'll tell you what, it put food on the table. And I just love that she always had these sort of side gigs that she was doing that would just really help support us. And, for me with this business, I am so happy that that is something that we were able to bolt on to our company. And I really want to sort of work on that aspect of the business to sort of watch that grow and flourish, so that I can, help other women out there.
I love that. I was raised by a single mother too. And yeah, most definitely, she inspired me so much. Now I have Coco Eco. My whole approach to entrepreneurialism and also giving back and being supportive of others, it is totally my mother. Totally my mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mums are the best. So now you're also an ambassador for Room to Grow. Can you tell us about that organization and your work with them?
Sure. So Room to Grow is a 3-year program for expecting families that need free parenting support or free baby items. They came sort of on my radar when we were living in New York about 6 years ago, and I had started donating our lightly used baby items to them, and just really got to know their organization and just really loved what they were doing. And, they asked me to come on board and sort of help them and be able to talk about them. And it's been 6 years, and I really love their mission. I love what they're doing. And I always, even though now we're living in Los Angeles, I love being able to support them from afar. So they're a great organization.
Will there be any partnership between CocoBaba and Room to Grow in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that's been talked about. I don't know what that would look like yet, just because we're still such a startup. Like, we just launched, so we're still such a baby. But I mean, that's what's so fun about having a brand is, like, all the different possibilities of, collaboration and organizations to work with. There's so many exciting things that I want to do in the future for sure.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for you for sure. Now, on top of being an entrepreneur, you're also a busy wife and a busy mama, and you've got Mabel and Evelyn. How do your little girls influence CocoBaba and you as a boss babe?
Oh my gosh, they, in so many ways, like when I started coming up with the brand and, really thinking about packaging and sustainability, and, I just want to put what I look at them and I think of, this world that they're coming into, which is a little messy. It's a little messy right now. And I think for me with my brand, it's just important to sort of have them see me sort of be conscious and, eco-friendly, environment friendly. I want them to sort of see that, take note of that, because I think we all need to, we all have our part. We all need to show up. And, that's what I hope for them. We really need to take responsibility now for our kids and their kids, and it's a long road ahead. So, we really need to be extremely conscious and aware.
No, I love that. Now, do they actually get involved though with their opinion on the products? I mean, do they get bossy with mommy and sort of say, I like that, I don't like that? Or are they pretty good and just do as they're told?
No, they do not do as they're told. No, but yeah, listen, I've tried these products on them. We have like a very special sort of aromatic scent in our formulas. So, they're always the ones to say, oh yeah, you're wearing your CocoBaba, or mommy, can you keep the oil in? Like my daughter now loves having the oil in her shower because it's just, she puts it on, right after she gets out of the shower. So it's very simple for her. So when she comes out, she just towel dries and she's already sort of, moisturized. But yeah, listen, like they watch me work. We've been home for this past year, and, having to manage them being virtual while I'm also working from home. It's definitely been quite a balancing act. And, I love to see them watching me doing something that I love. And that's my hope for them, is that they'll find something in their life that they love doing and are passionate about. So it just doesn't feel like a day of hard work. So I don't know if that answered your question.
No, I think it's great also because I think, then they're watching mommy do something really good that's making a difference for the world, whether it's the cleanliness of your products or it's the packaging or it's the commission-based formula around, so that other busy mums can maybe have some help putting a meal on the table, right? And I think that's just such a great, just knowing how I was influenced by my mother and you were by yours, for little girls, I think that it will greatly impact them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then as far as your husband, so what we haven't mentioned is that you are married to Hollywood actor Bruce Willis. Now he's obviously a total girl dad, and I love that. I really would love for you to share, how is he positively influencing your daughters and impacting their future? Because obviously dads are so important as well.
Yeah, I think there's many reasons why I fell in love with my husband. One of them was to see how he was with his older three daughters. At the time, they were very young. I mean, his youngest, when I first met Bruce, was, oh my gosh, she was like 12. She was like a baby. And I just loved how present he was. I didn't really grow up with that influence in my life of just sort of seeing what that role looks like. And I was just sort of blown away with, just how present he was, and taking the kids to school and picking them up. And yes, that's what dads do. But like, I literally did not know that. I did not know that like men can be present and like do stuff like that for their kids, like they're supposed to. But he's a total girl's dad. I can't imagine him having sons. I don't know what he would do with a son, and he just truly loves his girls. He loves spending time with them. He loves, listening to their stories. And I just think that influence of just him and his presence and just his aura, and just, he's also fun. Like he's the fun guy, where I'm a little bit more, I have, discipline, and, I like things a little bit more orderly, and he's kind of like this free for all, which is great. Like it's great for them to sort of have that. It's, he's just, when we were doing virtual, he'd go into their room and be like, you want to go on the swing? I'm like, no, it's like they're in school. Like he just wants to have a good time with them. And I think that, that's just fun. He's just that kind of guy.
I love that, because yeah, dads are supposed to help picking kids up from school and be present, but it's so rare.
Yeah.
It's so rare,
Yes.
So it's awesome because that's going to help all of his daughters, you know. I think that's just brilliant. So last question, what is next for you and for CocoBaba?
Gosh, you know, like we launched in February of this year, and it's just, you know, this sort of, it's been so steady and such a beautiful launch in the US. And, you know, we're trying to grow this slowly and organically, you know, so I can also like learn my business. You know, I didn't go to school for business. And so all of this is just new and a learning experience for me that I'm absolutely loving. So, you know, we're just sort of taking it step by step and trying not to run too quickly with it, because I am a perfectionist, which I kind of have to let go. But you know, I just want this to be a brand that sort of stands the test of time. And, you know, in the meantime, I'm also starting to work on a new brand as well. So there's just a lot going on. I know I'll get to that with you guys at some point. It's still new. But there's so much great positive stuff that have come from launching CocoBaba, and just hearing people's feedback and you know, that they're loving it is just so exciting to me. And so I'm just really sort of in the moment of just taking that in, you know, of that people like it. That's a big deal for me. It's like my third baby. So
And just so that our viewers know, so this is the coconut body mousse I have here, and everyone should go out and buy CocoBaba. It's just absolutely it's delightful, in a word, and nurturing. And you know, one of the things I love about this particular is like I don't have a greasy film on my skin after, like it's absorbed in, and I just feel so soft and beautifully hydrated. So
it absorbs really well. And I think a lot of people are also, they get nervous about a body oil, but our body oil, it's just, you know, it absorbs really quickly. Like if you were just to use coconut oil, it gets very greasy. But our formula, I wouldn't say that it's a dry oil by any stretch of the mean, but it really does. When you put it on your skin, it really soaks in so nicely, and you could get dressed right away. You don't have to worry about, you know, having oil left on your skin. But the combination of the three, of the, you know, the scrub, and then I like to do the mousse, and then I like to do the oil after, and it's really just super nourishing, super hydrating, and I'm happy that you're loving it.
yeah, and it's super easy to use, which is awesome. Emma, thank you so much for being our guest today. It's just a huge honor to talk to you. I'm so absolutely thrilled by everything you're up to, and yeah, we look forward to hearing more.
Great. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.